guys, it's Tori and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing TBR jar picks my September TBR. This is going to be the first official fall autumn cozy TBR, so I am so very excited because if you know me, I am a fall girly through and through. So we're just going to be using my little TBR prompts and going through and picking my TBR. I have my TBR cart right in front of me. The lighting in my room is best if I sit right here with all my artificial lighting because I don't have windows. So that's why you guys can't see the TBR cart. I do apologize. I'm going to put up a picture so you guys can kind of see what I'm looking at here. But we're just going to be doing TBR prompts to help me pick my TBR. I've never done one of these for a full month's TBR. I did a reading vlog doing this a few weeks ago, so if you haven't seen that yet, go check it out. Without further ado, let's get into my TBR jar picks my September TBR. I want to give a really quick disclaimer. I'm so sorry if you hear banging. My roof is being redone right now, and so they're just hammering shingles to my roof, so I am so sorry, but I really want to get this video up for you guys, so push through with me. It should be done in the next video I film, but just for today, hold out with me. So this is my TBR prompt jar. I don't have an actual jar, I have a cup. So I have done some of these and I ended up just putting them back in here. So if I pick one that I did in that reading vlog, I'm probably going to set it aside and not do it in this specific video just because I don't want too much repetition. But I think we're going to pick probably like 5 or 6 prompts. That's typically about what I can read in a month, is about 5 or 6 books. The most I've ever read is 8, but if I put too many books on my TBR, then I can do 0 mood reading for the month. So we're gonna give her a quick shake. We're gonna pick our first prompt. I'm gonna try and get in the middle here. Okay, we have our first prompt. So prompt number 1 is, okay, this is a prompt I've done before, so I am going to just go ahead and pick again. I need to like put the ones I've done before somewhere else, but let's pick our first prompt again. I just don't want to do too many repeaters. Our first prompt is KU Romance. So KU is Kindle Unlimited. If you don't know what Kindle Unlimited is, it's literally like a subscription that you can get on Kindle. So I'm going to do a bit of scrolling through KU here on my phone and just see what I have maybe sitting in my library. I think I have a couple that I've actually been pretty excited about. Okay, so I don't have a ton of romances in my Kindle Unlimited, but a few options I have are Call It What You Want. I have wanted to read this book for a while. I don't exactly remember what it's about, but that one's been sitting in there. I also have The Score by Elle Kennedy. If you don't know, that is her off-campus series, which are like hockey romances, so I could do that one. Or I also recently added Come Break My Heart Again. That one I think I saw on TikTok, and I think it's a second chance romance if I remember correctly. I think we're going to go with Come Break My Heart Again by C.W. Farnsworth. This is a second chance romance, and I'm currently reading a second chance romance, and I'm loving it. So I think we're going to go with that one for our Kindle Unlimited romance. Now let's go ahead and pick our next prompt. So next we have book with people on the cover. I definitely have quite a few of these that I could do, especially some romances, which I've been in my romance era. So I'm going to just pick a few that I've been really wanting to read, and then we'll go through them together. Okay, I have a little stack. I know there are more on my cart, but these are the ones that are screaming my name the most. So first we have The Dead Romantics by Ashley Poston. This one was on my fall TBR, so we could do that one. I also have Heartstopper Volume 4. I have been loving the Heartstopper series. These are so fun and so good and so quick to just get through. I have The Neighbor Favor by Christina Forrest. I believe this was also on my fall TBR. I've been really excited to get into this one, and she's not too long either. We have Out on a Limb by Hannah Bonham Young. This I've heard so many good things about. I'm so excited about this book. And then a new release, we have The X-Files by Jessica Joyce. I just picked this one up as well, and I've been really excited about it, and I think this one is also a second chance, but I've heard so many good things. So between these are the two that I think I'm the most excited about. I think we're gonna go with The X-Files by Jessica Joyce. I've been really wanting to read this, and I've heard so many good things. So I think this is going to be the one we pick for book with the people on the cover. We're gonna go ahead and pick prompt number 3. We have 2 romances so far, so hopefully we can get a fantasy of some sort. Oh god. Okay, so we have book that's been on your TBR for over a year. So this needs to be something that I have been wanting to read for a long time. Oh no. Okay, I have a couple fantasies that I could pick, so I'm gonna grab those quick. Okay, so these are the 3 that come to mind the most. I'm actually so scared. Okay. Here are the ones we're going to pick from. So I have Kingdom of the Wicked by Carrie Maniscalco. This is a YA fantasy, I believe. I've heard really good things about this. And then we have The Prison Healer by Lynette Noni. This is a Kindle Unlimited book, and this is also a YA fantasy. And then we also have Crescent City by Sarah J. Maas. My goal for the year was to read all of Sarah J. Maas's books, and the last series I need to read is Crescent City. So I think the 2 I'm wanting to do the most would be these 2. I haven't read a really long fantasy in a while, so maybe we should go with Crescent City by Sarah J. Maas. So this would be the book choice for a book that has been on your TBR for over a year. I'm actually so scared. I love Sarah J. Maas so much. She wrote 2 of my favorite series of all time, and I'm really hoping I love this one. I think this is more of a urban fantasy, but also there's like some mystery and suspense in it. It's definitely like nothing I've ever read before. So we're gonna add Crescent City to the list. I'm so scared. Okay, we have 3 books so far, 2 romances, 1 fantasy. Let's pick our 4th book. Okay, so prompt number 4 is continue a series you're in the middle of. I actually have a list on my phone of all the series I'm currently reading, so let me go through and find that. Okay, all the series I'm currently reading are the Addicted Calloway Sisters series, Playing for Keeps, Off Campus, Dreamland Billionaires, Chestnut Springs, Hunger Games, Heartstopper, and the War of Lost Hearts trilogy. So I'm really actually not in the middle of a ton of series. That's only like 8, I think. So that's actually not that bad. I think we're gonna probably go with Heartstopper just because I knew that I was wanting to read this one, and it's just gonna be a nice quick book because this one's really long. So we're gonna pick Heartstopper volume 4 for continuing a series you're currently in the middle of. Let's go ahead and pick prompt number 5. Okay, so prompt number 5 says any romance. So I can pick anything off of Kindle, or I can pick a physical book I have. I could reread something if I wanted to. So we already talked about quite a few romances. I've also really been wanting to read The Love of My Afterlife by Kirsty Greenwood. I've heard some really good things about this. I still really want to read Out on a Limb by Hannah Bonham Young. I also really want to read The Dead Romantics by Ashley Poston. So I think we're going to pick between these 3. There's nothing else really screaming my name. Actually, that's a lie. I do have The Pumpkin Spice Cafe by Lori Gilmore, but I think I want to save this one specifically for October. It just really gives October vibes. So we're going to put that one down. I already picked a new release, so I think we should not choose The Love of My Afterlife. I think I want to go with Out on a Limb by Hannah Bonham Young. I've been dying to read this. I've heard so many amazing things. She's only 350 pages, so nothing too crazy. I think this is Accidental Pregnancy, if I remember correctly. So we'll see how I like this one. I've heard really good things, so we're going to add this one for any romance. Okay, we're gonna pick our 6th and final prompt. I'm hoping for another fantasy, I think, because I have a lot of romance on this list. I'm gonna get really down deep in there. We have our 6th and final prompt. Yes, thank you. So our 6th and final prompt is a KU fantasy. Let me go back on my KU. I have literally so many Kindle Unlimited books that I could choose from, and I think I know what I'm gonna pick, but I'm probably setting myself up for failure. I don't know. Okay, we have 4 we can choose from that are currently sitting in my Kindle Unlimited library. So we have The Prison Healer once again. We have When the Moon Hatched by Sarah A. Parker. This one is super thick, so I'm a little worried to add that when I also have Crescent City on here. We have Zodiac Academy. This is the first book. I've been dying to read this. I've heard so many good things, so I'm really excited. And then we also have Heartless Hunter by Kristen Ciccarelli. This one I've heard really good things about as well. So what do I want to go with? I'm really excited about both of these, but I'm worried to try and read When the Moon Hatched when I just put Crescent City on my TBR. So I think we're gonna hold off on Heartless Hunter and When the Moon Hatched. Yes, Callie, I promise I will read When the Moon Hatched very soon. I'm thinking October, or if I end up having extra time, I would definitely read When the Moon Hatched this month. So we're gonna choose between The Prison Healer and Zodiac Academy. This one is nice and short, but I've heard some mixed things about it, so that makes me a little bit worried. And then this is just such a beloved series, and I've heard so many good things. So I think we're gonna go with Zodiac Academy. We have a crazy selection here. Okay, let me situate myself quick, and then we're gonna go through all of the prompts and all of the books that I ended up choosing for said prompts. Okay, so our first prompt was a Kindle Unlimited romance, and for that one I picked Come Break My Heart Again by C.W. Farnsworth. I believe that one is second chance, so I'm really excited about that. The next prompt was a book with people on the cover, and I ended up picking up The X-Files by Jessica Joyce. I've heard so many good things, so I'm really excited about this one. Prompt number 3 was a book that's been on your TBR for over a year, and I ended up picking Crescent City by Sarah J. Maas. Our 4th prompt was continue a series you're in the middle of, and for that one I ended up picking Heartstopper Volume 4 by Alice Oseman. The 5th prompt was any romance book, and I ended up picking Out on a Limb by Hannah Bonham Young. And then lastly, we had a Kindle Unlimited fantasy, and I ended up picking Zodiac Academy, The Awakening. Alright, so this is our stack for TBR jar picks my September TBR. I think we have a pretty good mix here. I have a few that I can read on Kindle. I have some romance. I have 2 fantasy series to finally start that I've been wanting to read in the fall time. So I'm very excited about all of these picks, and I cannot wait to read these with you guys throughout the month of September. But with all of that being said, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my face, and check out all my socials down below, including my Goodreads and my Amazon book wish list. Let me know down below if you've read any of these or what books you're excited to read for the fall time. Let's comment the pumpkin emoji down below if you made it all the way to the end. And with all of that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed. I love you all to the moon in Saturn, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys!